So welcome to the channel. And after yesterday's last games, that is Jordan playing against Argentina and Algeria facing Austria. Those matches are over and we are officially in the round of 32 of the World Cup. There is good news for CAF and Africa as a whole. 9 of our 10 representation have qualified to the round of 32. That is amazing because previously only 6 teams have managed to go to the knockout stage of the World Cup. Now we have 9 out of 10 that went for the World Cup. That's amazing. That's amazing. And these 9 teams are we have Ghana, Cape Verde, Egypt, the Democratic Republic of Congo, Senegal, Algeria. We have the Ivory Coast. We have Senegal, and we have Morocco. These are the 9 teams that have made it, 9 African teams that have made it into the round of 32 of the World Cup. And I'm very happy about it. But the question remains, would majority of them be able to move on to the quarterfinals, to the round of 16 rather, to the round of 16 of the World Cup? Because looking at the opponents, some of them are going to face probably more than half, or if not, like more than half of them will come back. So let's start with the Black Stars of Ghana. I think among all the African teams that have qualified for the next stage, they are the one facing the most difficult team to play against as and now, barring Cape Verde's match with Argentina. Ghana is facing Colombia in the next round. The Colombian team have been rampant in the group stage. They've been scoring goals, like a lot of goals. You see, in the group stage, they had a lot of goals chalked off because of offside. But if you see the way they play, the aggression with which they attack, as compared to the Black Stars' way of playing at this tournament, very defensive and deep line in the approach of the game, it's a problem for the Black Stars. I don't see how the Black Stars are going to survive and beat Colombia because Diaz is on fire, and not only Diaz, you have James Rodriguez playing very good football. The people from Bogota are in for the Black Stars, and I think the Black Stars will not make it to the next stage. The next African team I'll talk about is Algeria. They are playing Switzerland, and I think the Algerians have a chance here. They haven't been really convincing in the group stage. Their last match with Austria, I think they did very well. They were able to score. They even scored 3 goals. One was chalked off for offside, but they are a good side, and I think they are going to do well against Switzerland. If they sort out their defensive issues, they should be capable of beating Switzerland. They should be capable of beating Switzerland. Now let's move up to the Pharaohs of Egypt. You see, the Pharaohs of Egypt have been one of the greatest footballing nations from the African continent. But anytime they get to the world stage, they fumble. But this time around, they made it to the round of 32, and I think they have a very good chance to qualify to the round of 16. They are facing the Socceroos of Australia, and to me, if Egypt lose their match against Australia, that would be a very disappointing event because the Australians are not really good. They are just not good. So I don't see a way that they will be able to beat the Egyptians. So I'm tipping the Egyptians to move on to the next stage. Now let's go to the darling boy of this World Cup. I think Cape Verde deserves all the plaudits because this is their first ever World Cup, and they've played since late in football, and they've qualified to the round of 32. That's amazing. That is very amazing. But the sad and unfortunate thing is that they are facing a Messi-led Argentina in the round of 32. I don't see how they are going to survive it because Messi is on fire. Argentina is playing flawless football, and I think Argentina is going to annihilate Cape Verde. But even if they annihilate Cape Verde, I think Cape Verde has done exceptionally well at this World Cup, and therefore there's nothing to take away from them because Argentina is Argentina. They are too good. Messi is just too good now, and it is what it is. It will happen. Cape Verde is coming home. Cape Verde is coming home. The next African team we'll talk about is the DRC. That's the Democratic Republic of Congo. They are facing England in the next round, and England has not been convincing to me, especially when they played against Ghana. It's as if they were toothless. Yes, Ghana played a very beautiful, tactically disciplined game defensively. But with the names they have, I think they should have played better against Ghana. So I don't know how this match will go, but I feel like the DRC with Johan Wissa at the front, the head of Africa, that guy is an amazing player, an amazing forward. And if England plays the way they played against Ghana, there could be a shock because Ghana's forward players are not that good. But Wissa is on a different planet. After all, he is the head of Africa, and he can do anything at any time. So this match, I don't know, but I feel like it will be difficult for both teams, and may the best team win. Now let's move on to the Ivory Coast's game against Norway. Norway is a goal scoring team. They can score goals. With Haaland in their ranks, there's nothing impossible. Like scoring goals is inevitable. The question here is, will the Ivory Coast be able to stop Haaland from getting to the end of the balls that are given him by the likes of Odegaard and the other people in the midfield? You'll be able to stop Haaland, probably stop the flow, the delivery of balls from Oscar Bob and the others. I think the Ivory Coast stand a chance because defensively the Norwegians are not really solid. So if the Ivorians with Diomande and the Manchester guy, I've forgotten his name. I've forgotten his name. If they're able to get their game right, they have a chance to score some goals. And if defensively they play very well, I think Ivory Coast has a chance to upset the Norwegians in the next round. The next one is Senegal versus Belgium. And this match, I think Senegal has a chance. With the way they played their last game, they have a chance. Senegal has not done well. To me, they're disappointed. But so as the Belgians. The Belgians have not been anything extraordinary. Actually, they've been disappointing. Yes, they scored 5 goals in their last match. So as Senegal, or they also scored 5 goals. But defensively, they are all both not good as of now. So this game is there for the taking for any of the each team to take home. So I'm hoping that Senegal is able to have a good game and move on to the next stage of the tournament. From there, we move on to Morocco. Morocco is playing the Dutch. The Dutch has been somewhat, they're okay. They're okay. They are scoring a lot of goals, yes, but they are not exceptional. They are not the exceptional Dutch teams we've seen in the past. So there is a way for the African champions to upset the Dutch in the next round. So hopefully, because the Moroccans are not a bad side, the only problem they are not scoring a lot of goals, but they are tactically disciplined, and it will be very very difficult for the Dutch team to break them down. So if the Moroccans are able to have their game, I think we are having the Moroccans going to the next stage of the tournament. That one, I think, there's no doubt about it. I feel like 70 to 80% sure that the Moroccans are going to be the Dutch in the next round. Then we go for the last one. I think it's a surprise to me because I didn't expect the South Africans to be in the next stage of the tournament, that's the round 32, because I thought the South Koreans would have done a better job. And surprisingly, they were horrible. The South Koreans were very terrible at this tournament, and it's shocking. I don't know what's happening, but it was just horrible. So thankfully, South Africa has gone through to the round of 32, and that's their first time ever gracing the knockout stages of the World Cup. And they are facing the Canadians, and the Canadians too are not anything good. So I feel like the South Africans stand a chance to go into the quarterfinals of this World Cup. So it is there for the taking. If they play that the way they played against the South Koreans in the last match of the group stage, I think South Africa, irrespective of the fact that the whole Africa is against them as of now, will find a way into the quarterfinals of the tournament. And I think the way they played the last game was just amazing. And congratulations to them for qualifying to the knockout round of the World Cup. So these are the African teams that have qualified for the next round, for the next round of the tournament. And I think we might get like half of them, like 4, 5 of them going to the quarterfinals of the tournament. And the teams I believe will make it to the quarterfinals of the tournament is South Africa, Morocco, Senegal, Egypt, and Ivory Coast. These are the teams I believe will be able to get into the next round of the tournament. If you agree with me, you can put you can bring your comment into the comment section. If you also think that there's a team I left out that could make it into the next round, the comment section is there. You can post your comment there and we will all discuss it. Thank you for watching. Bye.